Poor Seribot, always one stream behind. All right. The plan is simple. We've made Chapter 10. We've got everything set up. We have massive stores of ingredients. We are here to make the Philosopher's Stone, and by extension, the Philosopher's Salt. Really, that's it. That's all we're doing today. I just want to finish this out, and we can move on to a new game. But I don't want to leave this or at least leave these important bits unfinished. The popularity, So as you can see, all we got to do, we've already made the life salt. Then we bought the Philosopher's Salt recipe. So we're going to create the Philosopher's Stone and the Philosopher's Salt. You need the former to make the latter. If anyone wants to grind to level 15, you know what? You go right ahead. Now, near the end of the last stream, we made rubedo. Now, that's what we need to make the Philosopher's Stone. But for the purposes of this stream, kind of as a demonstration, we're going to go start to finish on how to make the Philosopher's Stone. And we're also going to make the Philosopher's Salt, but you don't necessarily you don't have to go through the entire cycle to get that. The salts have a variety of potentially helpful effects. Like the void salt, it erases the paths. Like if you put in the wrong ingredient, or if you get turned around in a whirlpool, then it's going to take you into a bone zone. You add void salt, the path goes away, you can start again. And then moon salt and sun salt, they will turn your potion. So like if you we'll look at an alchemy map. Right, so you see that. So normally the potion effect sites will be standing straight up. You can just move your potion, land them there, no problem. But later in the game, you'll start finding ones that look like this, and the neck of the potion bottle will be offset one way or the other. The way you get that is, well, there's two ways. Some of these that are off center on the water map will be straight up on the oil map, the other map that's available right now as of 1.0.5. But you'll notice, even though like the higher tier stuff is standing straight up on the oil map, the basic stuff is off kilter, so it's a trade-off. So moon salt and void salt will help you do that. The life salt, as I said, restores the health of a potion. So let's say you're taking your potion along, and oopsie poopsie, you stray into a bone zone, and you'll see that blue line, it's blue now, but the liquid level will drop. That is your potion losing health. But if you add this void salt, or the life salt here, that will restore that liquid level, and then you can just keep on going. Now, you don't get a lot when you make it. You only get 5,000, whereas like I got 10,000 void salt and moon salt and 20,000 sun salt, just with making it one time through. So use it sparingly. But then we're also going to be making the Philosopher's Salt that says moves the potion towards the nearest effect. Well, that'll be fun. But for now, first things first, let's go hit the garden. Some dryad settle hiding right up there. I see you. Okay. There are probably customers waiting for us. I'm not real interested. So, if we're going to make the Philosopher's Stone, first things first, you start with the Nigredo. Now the Negredo you can do once you get the initial alchemy machine. You buy the replacement for all the busted stuff you find down here in the basement at the start of the game. So you buy the first set from the alchemy merchant, and then you'll open up this right hand third of the map. So what do you need? Tier 3 poison, sleep, strength, stone skin, and slowness. Now these will all be pretty easy to find, and as you go through the course of the game, you'll be saving potions as you go along. As you can see, we have quite a few, and then you should be able to just power through this one fairly quickly, because you'll be saving your most ingredient efficient recipes, so you can just whip through customer orders without any problem whatsoever. And then you get through the day, and then you save your ingredients, and then you can come down to the basement, and you can start making these more resource intensive but also more rewarding recipes. So let's get started on the Negredo. Pretty straightforward. We need tier 3 poison, sleep, strength, stone skin, and slowness. So we get poison, sleep, stone skin, slowness, and strength. And then what you do is the map will tell you got to stick the correct potion in the correct container. Now, one thing to note, and I think this is a change from the earlier builds. If you let's say I take the sleep, instead of sticking it in here, I accidentally stick it in this one. It'll tell you it's wrong, but you can take it out. You couldn't. I don't think you could do that earlier, but now you can. So you stick the potions in the corresponding slots, in the corresponding little beakers, I guess. So strength, stone, slow. Strength, and stone, and slow. And then pull the lever. And hey presto, you got Negredo. Now we move on to albedo. And you have to do the Negredo first, because it says right there, the Negredo goes in the little door in the bottom right. So what do we need for this? So we have more just straight up tier 3 potions that we should be able to make from the recipe book, no problem. So we need tier 3 mana, frost, dex, swiftness, and invisibility. So frost, mana, dex, swiftness, invisibility. Swiftness, mana, dex, and invisibility. That's it. Mana, dex, swiftness. Dex, and swiftness, and invisibility. Okay. So there is the first half of the albedo. Now these get a little more complicated. Now you can still do all of these probably without too much issue, but if you want, you can also invest some of your gold in recipe book pages. I got some empty ones there. You buy them either from the alchemy merchant or the merchant who sells a little bit of everything. The guy in the yellow shirt and the flat brown hat. He'll sell them as well. And you can just, what you do, if you don't like doing these every time as you go through the cycle, you just save these strange recipes as you go, so that you don't have to deal with them over and over and over again. Because they can be quite time consuming. Like, for example, where did another dex potion go? Here. Okay, yeah. So I saved this one. The potion: dexterity, invincibility, swiftness, charm, and levitation. That is a long way to travel. So rather than just make that grand tour of the inner part of the water map, you can just make that from the recipe book. Easy peasy. All right, and that one will go there. So how about these? So let's see. So we need tier 3 swiftness and then tier 2 dexterity. So we'll come up here. So what we'll do is we have a tier 3 swiftness already ready to go. So if you want to start from there with the tier 3 swiftness already locked in, you hit the continue brewing from here button. Now, you want to hit that rather than brew the recipe, because if you hit brew the recipe, you just stop it right there. You can't do anything more. But if you hit the continue brewing from here button, that'll take you to the last place you were when you saved the recipe, and you hit that button right there. Now what we want to do, we just want to work our way either up and over or down and through, and we're going to get down to mana, and then we can fill the last spots with a tier 2 effect. So, we have, and I've been spending a lot of time just buying up as many ingredients as I can, and like if your finances allow, I strongly recommend you do the same. Usually, if merchants come through and they have ingredients, like when they list them over there and they have like the little green tag with a down arrow, that means they are marked down, so they're cheaper than they would normally be. If you have the means, I strongly recommend loading up on those. All right. Okay. Now you won't necessarily always need all of those extra ingredients, but as I say, if once you're established, as you know, in terms of like your gold reserves, and you have good recipes already saved in your recipe book, then you can definitely, just splurge a little here and there. You think of it as future proofing, both because you're buying when you're buying low, but you don't necessarily have to sell high. Matter of fact, I never sell ingredients. Don't even sell potions if I don't have to. But you're buying low, and you're also giving yourself a future buffer. If at some point you're low on an ingredient that you absolutely need, you're giving yourself plenty of options for potential replacements. Okay, so now we got the tier 2 dexterity effect. Now we'll just go ahead and finish that. Next, so we want tier 3 mana, charm, and levitation. Okay. So we'll take our mana potion. We will start from there. So we want charm and levitation. So let's go up and over, hit that, and it'll come over here. You can easily go around if you have the right ingredients, or if you're impatient and or lazy like me, you can also use a gem to jump over and then get to the effect without having to do more finagling or spend more resources. Just depends on what you have and what is available to you at the time. And that's the real problem-solving element within this game. I think it is also one of its great strengths, is that there is a certain amount of RNG involved with a certain amount of RNG with like what ingredients are available to you at what times, but you can kind of hedge against that by amassing stores of ingredients you might not necessarily even need now, but you might need later. So You can pick them up when they're cheap and have them ready if you do need them at some point in the future. Hey, Waffle Iron, good to see you. Yeah, yes, by all means, breakfast first. It is the most important meal of the day. All right. Just gonna curl our way here. We're just gonna touch the effect area, but that's all we need because we're only looking for level 1. Now, some people will put the entire path in before starting to pump the bellows. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. I can be, I guess, I'm not sure if paranoid is the word, but I do like to hedge my bets, just a little bit. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get right up close. Now, we have the ingredients, we could go up and around, but I also have 20 cloud crystals saved up for instances just such as these. So we're just gonna go ahead and mash that gem into a fine paste. And we're gonna drop it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. Now, I don't recommend using gems lightly. They are fairly rare and usually pretty expensive. And I see the gem merchant, at least for me in this run, often he comes around and he only has like 1 or 2 varieties and like only a couple of each. So it's hard to build up stores. So when you do get them, hold on to them until you absolutely positively need them. Usually, like, if you're having to jump over the bone zone before you get the oil map, because here, I'll show you. Before you get the oil map and it gets easier to move around, you will have to either navigate these narrow corridors that can be very ingredient intensive to get out to some of these more advanced effects, or, and especially if you need to get to the necromancy effect here, you just absolutely have to use a stone to jump across the bone zone, the bone yars we got here. I call it the bone zone because, of course, I do. But you're absolutely going to need it to get across there, or you're going to burn a whole ton of ingredients going on wild journeys, and then if you slip up at some point, you just got to reset and start over. And that can be very frustrating. I speak from experience. Right, so last one for the albedo. We want tier 3 invisibility, mana, and dexterity. So tier 3 invisibility there, mana there, dexterity there. So go to our invisibility, so we'll continue brewing from here. So we'll probably do, we'll come down, we'll go through here, pop there, and pop there. Yeah, dex and mana. Oh yeah, another point I should make. Now, even though it says you need the tier 3, and then that, the order in which you put effects in the potion does not matter. The game will not tell you this, but as long as you get the correct effects and in the correct strength, the order is whatever you want to make it. So if you get them out of order, or what would be out of order, compared to what's on the legendary recipe sheet, don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. Now, one thing I will say, also, welcome back, Waffle Iron. One thing I will say is that looking at the alchemy map I have here at the moment, one potentially underutilized resource I have are the whirlpools. I want to show this real quick. Now, as you pump the billows, you see they all spin clockwise. So you can, as you're going through, you can ride that and try to reposition yourself. That can be helpful, especially working your way through some narrow passages. But the other thing is, like, if you land in them and you stay there as you pump them and they swirl, if you go through the middle, they will all spit you out somewhere. And it's like this one, for example, you go all the way through, it'll drop you there. Now, that little path will only show up after you take the ride once. But once you do that, then you can potentially plot out future routes to affect spots. That maybe you can intentionally go through a whirlpool, assuming it spits you out the way you want to go. Some will be friendly, others won't. Which are which? You're gonna have to find out. As you can see, looking at my map, a lot of these whirlpools are unexplored by me. I will leave that. I'll leave that to your imagination. I'm showing off a lot of the map and a lot of the end game stuff here, but I gotta leave something to your imagination. There we go. Find it so hard to justify exploring wormholes and ingredients in super tight. Yeah, that you are not wrong, Waffle Iron. There's a definite opportunity cost. You do want to make sure you have, see, the invis, the mana. We'll go, swiftness, mana, invis. Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure you have a store of ingredients saved up before you start riding the wave and experimenting to see where they spit you out. And as I said, some of them help, some of them don't. But as I said, that's also why I always encourage people to invest heavily in ingredients when possible to give them that buffer so they can give the map a full exploration and then try to use the features of the alchemy map to the best of their ability. Okay, so now we have albedo in hand. We move on to Citrinitas. Now you start getting to the effects that are on the outer edges of the water map, or ones that you need to go to the oil map to get. The oil is the second potion base, and you'll get that from the alchemy merchant. I think chapter 5 or 6. Actually, let me not guess. Let me actually go back and check. Yeah. So when you hit chapter 6, that is when you buy that. But so either if you don't have oil yet, you will need to go on some long journeys and or use some crystals. So make sure you have those saved up. But we for this we'll assume you already have the oil map, and you can move around there. But I say, to my knowledge, everything that is on here is on both the water map and the oil map. So even if you don't have the oil map yet, you can make Citrinitas. It'll just be very resource intensive. So let's get started. First things first, we gotta take the old albedo, pop that right in there. So, more basic tier 3 potions. We want explosion, light, frost protection, fire. Note, this is fire. This is fire protection. The one with the shields are protection. So it helps to pay attention to that, so you don't mix up, say, fire with fire protection or frost with frost protection. Again, not that I've ever done that. So explosion, light, frost protection, fire, and enlargement, or embiggening, as I call it. So here we go. Explosion, light, frost protection, and you'll note this I make from the oil map just because it's much cheaper. There's no skipping over bone zones. You can just make it basically. Light. Okay, so fire and embiggening. There we go. Yeah, it is. Enlarge. Yeah, ignore me. I'm being cute and irreverent. But yeah, its official name is no. Actually, never mind. There. Now it is officially the potion of embiggening. Right. So, explosion, light, big fire, frost. Explosion, light, big, fire, and frost. Now we go over here. These require some a little bit of heavy lifting. But if I remember correctly, I think we saved at least one of these. Probably that one. But let me not guess. Let me check. There you go. Yeah. Tier 2, light, mana, lightning, and enlargement. Yep, there we go. So we got that one taken care of. So let's do this. Tier 3, light, fire, and explosion. So we'll take our tier 3 light and then we'll continue brewing from here. And notice, like, if you saved while you still had some path left in your recipe, you will have to finish that before starting any new ones. Fire and explosion. Okay. Now, one thing, one little aspect that I like to just finagle with. What we can do is if you want to save, a few ingredients here and there, you can also use the ladle to good effect. So let's say we start here. But rather than using the whole effect, what happens if I start pouring this in? So we're still moving, but we're not using any extra ingredients. Now, we did cut a little close to the bone zone there, but you notice we actually made it all the way from there, from the light effect to the fire effect, just using one ingredient and then the effects of the ladle, which pulls you back toward the center of the map in a straight line. So we'll take our tier 1 fire, and now we just need to work back up and over that way. So if you can look ahead a little bit and plot out, if you can see a clear path to the center of the map from wherever you are, or even just a clear path to like the different part of the map you want to get to, the ladle is basically ingredient-free movement. So that is one thing I don't see. The people I see playing Potioncraft, I don't see them making use of that enough. Or like, let me rephrase that, because that sounds judgmental. Like, it's something they could make greater use of, and it would save them time, energy, and ingredients. You abuse a little like crazy. Well, there you go, waffle iron. Yeah, that's I say if the game's going to give you that mechanic, you might as well make full use of it. Okay, so the light goes there, and the triple light goes there. There we go. I notice there's a line you can line up, which will guarantee you a tier. Yes, good shout, waffle iron. Yeah. Now it's a very faint line, but yeah, if you here, let me just here we got 96 of these thorn sticks. So that's fine. Yeah, let me demonstrate what waffle iron's talking about there real quick. So. So now as you put in ingredients and then you start moving away from the map, from the center of the map, you'll see there will be a very thin line, but basically connecting your potion bottle to the middle of the map. Now the way that works is that it's kind of a homing beacon really for the middle. But what you can do with that, let's say we're here and we wanted to make a tier 3 poison potion. What we can do is say we throw in a little water bloom. Now, you have to get in close because yeah, like Waffle Iron said, it's very faint, and yeah, I have to squint. But if you can take that line that's coming off of your potion and line it up with the line that connects the center of the map to the effect space. And like the way you might be able to see that, if you can, it should go directly through the middle of the effect. And then if you want to check it, hover over the ladle. Don't grab it, but hover over it. And then see if that also goes through the middle of the effect. And then slowly, I recommend, you can ladle in, and you can actually pull it back and reliably get tier 3 potions, which will make you much more money. More money and more popularity stars. And that's really what you want. You know, they don't get you reputation. The reputation depends on the people you serve. And just like consistently serving them, be they good or evil. But yeah, so as you saw, we were able to turn that tier 1 poison into a tier 3 poison by lining up our line with the effect circles line, and then just ladling our way to where the two line up, and boom, a tier 3 poison potion. Where was I? Ah, yes. Okay. Actually, here we go. We're going to show more benefits of ladling here, because we need to go. Now we're going to go to the oil map, and so we need to do a tier 2 fire protection and a tier 2 frost protection. So, click here, switch to the oil map. So now you see, fire protection is over here, frost protection is over here. And oh yes, one feature the oil map has that the water map doesn't is these little patches with the little dashed horizontal lines. Those are swamps, and swamps basically they slow down your passage through them greatly, so they reduce the effect of an ingredient. Matter of fact, here we'll just we will demonstrate. So, normally, using this ground up water cap should put me right there. But if we go through the swamp, you'll see the effect starting to change. It is slowing us down and pulling us back. Not necessarily what you want, but I will say, if you can plan your route, You can also use it to your advantage. But so we'll go right through there. So we need a tier 2 fire protection effect. The necromancer is a regular. Yeah, you did say you were going full heal, Waffle Iron, so I guess that would make sense. I think I only saw them once, and then I told them, thanks, but no thanks. I'm keeping my necromancy potion for myself. And they never came back. Oh wait, you got a dude necromancer. I got a lady necromancer. Interesting. I didn't know there were multiple. Yep. Every day is a school day. Okay. Oh, there's a lady necromancer as well. Ah, I see. All right, so we're gonna ladle, or no, what we're gonna do, we're going to get our tier 2 fire protection effect. But now, notice something. Look at the line going back to the center of the map. There's no bone zone there, so there's no danger. Because I look at okay, here's what we're gonna do. We'll finish the effect, so it's not lingering anymore. I'm just gonna take the ladle here, and we're gonna take the olive oil express back to the center of the map. Check this out. We're gonna move a good long way without using a single ingredient. And you'll notice, like, the swamp had absolutely no effect on us going the way we did. So the ladle can also, in addition to moving away from potential danger, the ladle can also zip you a good long distance without having to burn any ingredients. So again, something to keep in mind for future pathing. So now we got to go the other way and get ourselves a tier 2 frost protection effect. And since we are absolutely stupidly overly blessed with ingredients, because we've been saving for, well, a long time. So I feel less bad about just powering through swamps. Now, obviously, if you don't have the massive ingredient stores that we do here, I do recommend being more careful, trying to, slide between swamp and bone zone. But do know that while the swamps are annoying, very much so, it's much better for you to have to deal with the annoyance of losing some ingredient effect than risking the bone zone and losing the entire potion altogether and everything you put into it. There we go. So there's both the fire and frost protection we were looking for, and a quick little demonstration of the benefits of other ways you can use the ladle to zip around the map without burning ingredients. So, last one for Citrinitas. So we need tier 2 frost, tier 2 embiggening, and fire. Again, note, fire, not fire protection. I have made this mistake before. So, frost protection, fire, and embiggening, those are all over here. Fire, frost protection, and embiggening. So we're just going to go this way. No ladling needed this time. Yeah, and part of the reason is I only tend to save tier 3 potions because that way we can get the most out of the customers who come in between our alchemy machine sessions. So you can tick off the popularity level requirements for each chapter, and you get more money, which lets you buy more ingredients, which gives you more leeway to go experiment and explore the maps, You know, it's all what do the economists call that, a virtuous circle, something like that. Yeah, we just want tier 1 fire and then tier 2 of the others. Now, admittedly, these last couple, if you definitely this one, maybe even this one. If you don't want to go through all that, these are easily savable, especially once you have the oil map, and they're much more affordable. You know, I do not fault anyone for investing in a whole mess of recipe book pages and saving so they can basically spare themselves all the annoying work and stirring, because alchemists get RSI too. Okay, we want tier 2. Did I put enough on that? Sure did. Nice. Okay. I'll go and finish that out. Yeah, I think let's be bold. Let's see if we can squeeze ourselves through this little gap here. Yeah, kind of like that. Obviously, the swamp is going to eat a good chunk of that, but that's fine. We are very much in the late game, so we don't have a whole lot of concerns as far as longevity goes. Right now, what we just want to power through to the finish. All right. Okay, that could be a slight issue. The swamp messes up a little bit there, but that's perfectly fine. There we are. Okay. So the protects go down there, the other one goes right above. Right there, and right there. And pull the lever. And ba-boom. Citrinitas, done. Now we get to where what we were making at the end of last stream. We have rubedo. This is where things get a good bit more intensive, because you have certain things that will force you to go to the edges of the water map, because like the certain effects will only here, I'll show you. So I'll switch over to the water map. It'll be asking you to go for, say, no, rejuvenation, not longevity. Rejuvenation, yeah. So you'll ask you to go for, like, this one has longevity and libido. Now, and rage. The problem is, like, libido and rage, they're not on the oil map. The oil map is smaller. It's easier to get around, even with the swamps. But certain effects just don't exist on the oil map, so you are forced to go to the edges of the water map, and that takes a long time and a lot of resources. So it takes patience, and it takes big resource stores, which is why they are late game materials. Oh, hi, Also, hey, Mountain Ash Tree. Good to see you. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. No, we're just having a little bit of fun here, doing a little Philosopher Stone 101. Trying to show how to get from doing your Nigredo all the way to your Philosopher's Stone. Okay, so now one thing I'm noticing here. Yeah, I think I stopped yesterday. I had made another Rubedo. So what we're going to do here, as we're doing this, no, actually, never mind. Okay, I just think, do I want to make multiple Philosopher's Stones? No, we're going to do one. Oh yeah, and Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, it's off to a nice quiet start, just the way I like it. Okay, so first things first, we take our shiny new Citrinitas and we put it right there in the wee oven. And then so as always, the right hand third will be just your straight ahead tier 3 potions. So we want Rage, Libido, Healing, Wild Growth, and Rejuvenation. So Rage, Libido, Healing, Wild Growth, and where Rejuvenation. All the way down there. So we got Rage, Reju, and then Libido, Healing, Wild Growth. And there's also no need for me to do that, because if I've been paying attention, I would have seen the other tier 3 rejuvenation potion sitting in my inventory. Oh well. Okay, and now this is also where it starts to use the initially the first alchemy machine upgrade you buy from the merchant will just get you this. The second one will add this left hand side. The third and final machine upgrade, at least for now, for in the content that's available, that adds these 3 connected beakers up top. I think that one is that tier chapter 6? Yeah, that is the advanced alchemy machine upgrade in chapter 7. Okay, so that's the right-hand third done. Let's move to the left-hand side. So we need tier 3 healing and then tier 2 strength. Pretty straightforward. You can do it from the water map. So we're going to start with our tier 3, continue brewing from here. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the little dangling effect, but it's fine. We can just work our way out and then come back over, and we'll get a tier 2 there. And now I'm not necessarily saying like what ingredients you should use to get to where, because a lot of that is going to be dependent on just what's available to you. Your RNG for ingredients might be completely different to mine. Because like another streamer who I hang out with some semi regularly, like she has been awash in water blooms for her entire run, whereas I have had an almighty struggle keeping ahead of water blooms. I've had to remake multiple recipes when I fell short of those, or wind blooms, or fire bells. I have a lot of them now, but for the longest time I had less than 10. And being short on these basic ingredients makes important recipes very hard to do. Because you are at the whims of RNG when it comes to what shows up both in your enchanted garden in the morning or at the start of each day, but also as far as what the merchants have. Now you can fiddle with that a little bit, but they will, as you progress through the chapters, they will come through and ask you for potions to help them do their various jobs. If you get them those potions, there we go. You know they will have more stock and you know they'll have more stock and a wider variety of things. And also, as you progress through your popularity, the merchants will progressively have more ingredients. That's like right now at level 12, the merchants will have double the ingredients they would normally. So that's another way to kind of hedge against the RNG, both with what the merchants have and the Enchanted Garden. But really, the only reliable way to do that is just to hoard as many ingredients as you can, as wide a variety of ingredients as you can. And then when things get scarce for one particular part of a recipe, swap it out, try something else. Again, it's one of the it's part of the puzzle solving, problem solving aspects of the game that I really enjoy. All right, next up, we want tier 3 libido, dex, and swiftness. We got libido, swiftness, and dex. So the most sensible thing would probably be, so we'll start with our tier 3 libido recipe, work our way up here, and pay no attention to the shape of the area around libido. Purely coincidence, nothing suggestive whatsoever. So we'll go up through here, and then we will come up and over. We'll hit the we'll just graze the swiftness spot, and then I think if you want to be resource efficient, because you notice there's a nice clear path to the middle of the map, we can ladle back here, and then we take the path over here to Dex. So we'll start from here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and that little tight spot there is another vote in favor of having a wide variety of ingredients, because you will oftentimes find yourself at an awkward angle, and it won't. Some ingredients maybe they'll work, maybe they won't, but they're so close to the bone zone that it doesn't feel like you don't feel like taking that risk, especially if you've invested a lot of ingredients and time into making a certain potion. So being able to again hedge your bets and be able to work your way around multiple directions is highly recommended. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so what we want here, we just want to come over here and then, as much as we can, line up with the dotted line connecting the swiftness effect to the center of the map. And then once there, we can let the power of water do the rest of the work for us. Okay, make sure we lock in the effect while it is the strength we want it to be, and we don't want any nasty surprises. And then we just ride the rapids back to the center of the map. There we go. And now we go zip, and then back over to the Dex effect. And then we'll just a little witch mushroom to round it out. There we are. And done. Okay, so we have healing, we have libido. Now let's do the tier 3 wild growth and embiggening. Now, there's a couple ways this could be done. Because they are on both. There is a wild growth spot on the oil map, so you could do that and then work your way over. However, one, I already have a tier 3 wild growth saved on the water map, and we have, I have enough ingredients left over to where we can jump over and just do the job easily on the water map without having to overexert ourselves. Alright, so we're going to start from the wild growth, tier 3, and then we need to go over here. Now again, if you didn't have, in this case, the fire citrine needed to jump across, or I guess, and they're also, like, we could also use, say, one of these blood rubies and move diagonally. Also, equally valid. Your pathing will depend on what resources are available to you. If you didn't have that, then you got to go down, around, wiggle your way through. It can be very tense, especially if you're low on ingredients. So, again, adapt your approach to your circumstances and your resources. That's really basically one of the main themes of the game. Okay, so we go, and then we ladled our way back. So just to be that little bit extra, a little bit extra responsible with our resources. And if it sounds like I'm being overly protective and trying to be min-maxy when I really don't need to be, you'd be right. I'm not doing that for any particular reason. It's just kind of how I am. I mean, given the buffer that our resource stores give me, I could probably stand to be a little more gung-ho and just charging forward and whatnot. But the habits of kind of nursing ingredients and not necessarily going whole hog is it's part of the reason I'm in the position to do this in the first place. So it would feel weird to all of a sudden just start using ingredients willy-nilly. Okay, now slightly annoyingly, this will actually get us across, but we will be in a slightly precarious position when it does. Yeah, and see, we're already shaking up a little bit, so we don't want to spend too much time here. So to be on the safe side, just to get us out of trouble real quick, go ahead and burn a fire bell. Remind myself, yes, this is tier 2, so we do want to be smart in how we approach this. All right. So now we're going to get in close and line ourselves up as much as possible. Now, do note that the neck of the bottle is pointing southeast rather than due north. Normally this would be an issue, but at least on some of these high tier ones, on some of them you can get a tier 2 without necessarily lining things up just so. Now, as it happens here, we can't. So this is when your moon and sun salts come in handy. We're going to use the sun salt, one, because it turns the potion clockwise, as opposed to the moon salt, which turns it counterclockwise, but also we just have more sun salt. So I'm going to use that. There we go. And just a wee bit, because we only need level 2, so we don't need it to line up just so. Now, the other one we need is Tier 2 Libido, Tier 2 Rejuvenation. Now, we're going to have to go for a bit of a wander here, because there's no Libido on the oil map. And because they're Tier 2, and I don't have any Tier 2 recipes saved, this one we're going to have to do from scratch, but that's okay. So again, kind of like we did earlier, we'll come up through here, come up through the bottom, hit that, work our way at least back here, and then we'll try to ladle our way back as much as possible to be resource efficient, and then we'll make the trek down here. We'll use a gem to skip over, because there's no reason not to at this point. And then work our way all the way down into the bottom right corner. Yeah, it is a long way. But when you hit this part of the game, you should probably be in a position where you have the ingredients and the gems, really, to be able to make those trips without it having too much of an impact on like your day-to-day alchemy selling. Because really, yeah, the public-facing part of your alchemy business, it's a front. It's what you do to keep the lights on. It's how you pay rent, pay for your groceries, etc. Is what happens in the basement is the really interesting stuff. It's where you're advancing the boundaries of knowledge and plumbing new depths of alchemical knowledge. All that other stuff is it's PR basically. Not that there's anything wrong with that necessarily, but it's not why we got into the business. Okay, we are going to cut that ever so slightly close, so let's see if we can buy ourselves a little time and zip through that part there. Now, we only want Tier 2. Not going to go all the way. There we are. You got in it for the corpses? Well, yeah, everyone has their own motivations, Wafflearn, and whatever gets you and or your undead army out of the bed in the morning, that is A-okay by me. Now, once again, we'll zip through coffee and a dream. That's empires have been founded on less. Now, yeah, we can't quite do that just yet because there's one of those pesky bone zones in the way, but maybe we throw a life leaf in there. See if that'll clear a spot for us. Yep, that'll do just fine. Right, now the long trip begins. Okay, what do we have the most of? We have 24 frost sapphires, which take you eastward, in a warp pattern rather than strolling along normally. So we'll just come along here. We'll use a gem to jump across, and then we'll work our way down and over. You also just a minus 100. Wait, wouldn't negative evil be 100 good? Or no, I got. No, I'm just joshing you. Yeah, no, I see what you're going for there. You'd assault everyone and it naturally gravitated towards evil anyway? Really? Now that's interesting, because like it does say with a neutral rotation both will come to you, but so I wonder if if you keep serving the nefarious types, if the hits to your reputation over time overwhelm the buffs you get from the good. Because I think, if I remember correctly, improving your reputation only ever happens one at a time. But depending on how nefarious the person you help is, like you can take some serious hits. Like you might notice, mine is 76. It was at 100 for the longest time, but one person came through asking for a potion to provoke their enemies to tear each other's throats out. Now, as with a lot of things in this game, the requests are a little non-specific. So I didn't know what kind of enemies these were. Were they were these baddies fighting each other? Were they supposed to be good people fighting each other? I had no guidance, so I sold her the potion. Boom, minus 45 rep from one sale. Took me a while to dig out from under that one. If you skewed evil just a little bit and kept selling it snowball, yeah, that does kind of sound like the way these things are going. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, you might think violence in general is evil, but like, there's lots of people come through, like, think, oh, I need slowness I need a potion to make slowness traps. But no, it's apparently for animals or some such thing, or like. You have you have people come in and you don't necessarily know whether they're evil or not, so it is kind of a guessing game there. And if you guess wrong, then you take a big hit. But if you guess right, you only get a little bit of a bump. But yeah, there's lots of people talking about there is violence done by, I guess, quote unquote good people, but it's done to bad people, so apparently it's okay. Because they say it's the intentions can be, yes, sometimes intentions can be hard to read. Again, as most of your customers saying that, I need help stealing or I want to beat up guards. Some customers come through, they are very clear about what they want. I don't always get those people. I get I get people, hey, I need a potion to help me relax, quote unquote. And by that, you're supposed to define that, you know, they want a libido potion. Basically, they want to go bone down. Or in the other frustrating bit is sometimes when they are specific, you know, they're specific about things you'd rather not know. Like, I've lost count of how many customers come through my shop telling me about the, you know, their various and sundry cases of the runs. It's like, just say you need a healing potion for health reasons. I say, fine, go. I do not need to know the intimate details of every one of your bowel movements. Okay, so here we are, bottom of the map. This one right now is like, I don't even need money. I just like stealing. Okay, well, you know, that is a level of honesty you don't often hear. So I guess points for candor, if nothing else. Okay, now we do need to milk a tier 2 effect out of this, so we don't want to get too fancy. I think the life leaf might be the play here. I said, ideally we could get this lined up enough to where we don't need to use any salts, but we probably will have to. Yep. Yeah, we got the thing covered, and it's still telling us tier 1. So, back to the salt mines we go. And you watch carefully, because we only need a tier 2. So, don't need to turn it all the way around, thankfully. Okay. So, libido rejuvenation goes down there. Wild growth goes on top. Healing in the swirly, and then libido in the other one. There we go. And now we go up top. These are definitely more labor intensive. Now, if I remember correctly, I think we saved this one because this one involves a whole lot of moving around the map. Should be an out of place one. No. Maybe I didn't. Let's see. We need tier 2 fear. Did I save a fear potion? I saved a tier 3 fear potion. I did not save. Oh wait, nope. There we go. Okay, that's the one we saved. Yeah, fear, healing, explosion, and light. Okay, that one goes in the middle. All right, so let's go with this. We'll go with the tier 2 healing, poison protection, acid protection, and rejuvenation. This is one made for the oil map. Yeah, we got healing, poison protection, acid protection, and then rejuvenation all in a row. So that's super handy. Now the healing is slightly off to offset, but you should be able to get a good effect on that despite that. hey, we'll go ahead and we'll be, there we go. Okay, there's our tier 2 healing. Now we need to go down this way and then through there and over there. And that was a non-optimal level of ingredient use, but again, we're able to endure such things thanks to the hard work we put in basically earlier in this run. So yeah, there is going to be a fair bit of powering through as we do this. There we go. There is our poison protection. And now we'll work our way down this way. Nope, let's try that again. Now, as we're doing this, one thing that does come to mind, and then just seeing what is on the map, that there is, one, potential point of disagreement, or maybe, just debate, let's call it. It's like, how much do you worry about, or how much do you value saving potions and the convenience thereof versus, say, going around the map more often? Because as you do that, as you can see, not only do you have all the regular XP bubbles, but you have these green XP bubbles that also spawn, which help you, pick up experience faster, and then fill up your meter faster, and then you can fill out your talent tree. I am not convinced. I'm not convinced as the usefulness of the alchemical practice, just because it's not even a guarantee with spawn. It's each tier just increases the chance of the green XP bubble spawning by 5%. I don't think that's worth it. When I went through the talent tree, I went hard on trading and the visibility radius. I want get them each to where they started costing 3 talent points each to upgrade before I even touched alchemical practice. Haggling, honestly, ignore. It's not worth it. The state haggling is in the game right now. There's not enough benefit to haggling that merits 5 or even 15 talent points. Because like even on a high tier haggling, when I'm buying either one very expensive thing, usually from the alchemy merchant, or a large, a large stack of ingredients from one of the other merchants. Even though the big money deals, because like the haggling, you can haggle up to a percentage of the original price. So the bigger the initial price, the more you should be able to get off of it. No, Waffle Line, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying don't haggle. I'm saying don't put points into hard haggling or very hard haggling. The extra money you get out of it, not worth it. Now, absolutely, like medium haggle is all you really need if you must haggle. And yeah, do haggle to get money if you're not having to worry about grinding popularity stars. I can't call them reputation stars. They're not. They're popularity stars. Okay. The tier 2 healing goes on the left. Yeah, so haggle for money early on. Definitely haggle, 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 because it won't take that much effort to progress through the popularity. But then when you start getting like into like chapters 8, 9, especially chapter 9 and chapter 10, it's going to take ages to get the popularity stars. And if you want to do that, that is when you should probably have a lot of money saved up anyway. But then stop haggling and milk as many reputation stars out of customers as possible. That means serve everyone who comes through, even if it dings your reputation, and then all these special requests, fulfill as many of them as possible, because each one of those you do, in addition to extra money, gets you an extra popularity star. Okay. Healing, wild growth, rage, libido, rejuvenation. Now, I asked myself, why did I not save that potion? Because that's kind of annoying. But apparently I didn't. All right, well, we'll have to switch back. It has rage and libido in it, so it means we gotta go to the water map. Yeah, so rage and libido are in the northwest. These two are in the southeast. That is in the far southeast. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the same path we did earlier. Work our way along here, go up, work back our way to rage, and then we'll just go up and over. We'll ladle our way down here. Healing, wild growth, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll jump over somewhere and then go back down to the far southeast. And I don't know when I would need it, but I think I am actually going to save this potion because I'm going to keep this save active because there is, it sounds for all the world like there is going to be more content coming, and I think the devs said that when the 0.5 version was released, that was going to be the basis for saves from there on out. So any saves from 0.5 on would be compatible with each other. So you won't necessarily have to start again. You can if you want to, but you won't have to. Now, what I would really like, and I think I went on about this, I think at great length in yesterday's stream, I would hope that when that new content comes out, they also throttle back some of the reputation demands in these last couple chapters, chapters 9 and 10, because it is honestly, it's a grind, but more, it's a grind that doesn't really feel like it's in service of anything. Okay. So real quick, timeout on myself. If you notice that it's coming, that path here is cutting close to the bone zone. In the past, I've done this thing so where if you pump the bellows, and then your potion will move faster, so it spends less time in the bone zone. You can try to zip across that way, or the other way you can possibly remedy this if it's too close for comfort, you just use a little water there and give yourself more room. Now, back to before I interrupted myself. yes, my hope is that they scale down the popularity, because like to finish out chapter 10, like all of the content that exists right now, you need to reach popularity 15, and then we're working towards 750 stars just to get to level 13. That is a lot. And the thing is, even when we're on a roll here, we're averaging like 35 popularity stars a day. And you think, how long that it takes to do to even just to go to like 750 stars, let alone probably, God, I don't know, like it might be like 800, 900, 1,000 maybe even for popularity 15. I mean, you're basically at that point you're playing just to play. Now there isn't necessarily anything wrong with that, but if you already made the Philosopher's Stone and the Philosopher's Salt, which we are going to do today, it doesn't feel like the game has a whole lot left to offer you, and you're just basically marking time until really until there's more content released. Oh, Geralt sells ingredients eventually. Interesting. I mean, okay, I think he does mention that at some point, but no. It has been a long time since I've seen Jerry. Now, one thing I did see, in Dauntless GG's stream yesterday, I did see where he had an option telling him, basically a "don't come here again" option in his little dialogue boxes. Now, I'm not sure why that was there. I don't know if she rebuffed him at some point. All right, so we just need one of those. It's fine. You still see him, so he must prefer Evil Rep. Okay. Well, I think I did say that there are some NPCs who will only show up if you have a bad rep. Now, that wasn't who I had in mind, but they just, further to my point. Okay, so there's healing, we need wild growth, and then rejuvenation. So, over yonder. Yeah, I will say, for all the what do we call that? The moral satisfaction, or the psychic bonus that comes with you being a goody two shoes. The NPCs who come through are honestly pretty boring. Yeah, we still got a whole bunch more of those, so we'll take the same path we did last time. Nope, nah, that's a bit much. So let me think. So who are the NPCs that I see on a regular basis? There is, there's some town guard, there's a fisherman, there's a white-haired witch who, I mean, she makes some, I don't know, quasi menacing kind of insinuations toward the player, but never actually amounts to anything. And the merchants, of course. But yeah, I don't. Honestly, no one really all that interesting. So yeah, I can't exactly blame people for, erring on the side of, going evil. Even just out of the novelty, because like it wasn't an option in previous builds. So yeah, completely go for it if that's your thing. Okay, now we go down with a swiftness. And like in comparison, who do the evil players get? The evil ones, they get Jerry. They get that poisoner guy who kind of has a passing resemblance to Hannibal Lecter. They get at least one, if not two, necromancers. And who's the NPC in the leopard print outfit? The one who's in all the promo art. Apparently, that NPC only shows up if you go maximum evil. Now, I don't know how interesting they are, but at the very least, it would be a change of pace. But then also from what it sounds like, the people you get who come in, they are, they're more upfront with what they want out of you. They don't, I guess, euphemisms, aren't a thing in the criminal underbelly of whatever village the game takes place in. And honestly, the lack of frustration with trying to figure out just what on earth these people are asking you to make, that alone might make it worthwhile to go evil. Any damage to your moral turpitude can be assuaged by the lack of psychic damage in trying to figure out, just what on earth kind of potion that people are asking for when they say, "Oh, I just want to relax." Okay. Okay, making sure everything is in the right place. And we're going to pull the old lever. And we will get another rubedo, excuse me. Being good has no actual benefit except being good. Being evil doesn't do much either, but it's more convenient. It's honestly wouldn't be the first time in video games I've heard that. Okay, so now we have 2 rubedo in our possession. Now we move on to making the Philosopher Stone. Now, real quick, let me count up here. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. How many open pages do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, plenty. Cool. Now, the reason I asked, because I kept 2 rubedo for a reason. We're going to make a philosopher's stone and then use that to make philosopher's salt. I'm going to save each and every one of these recipes. And then I'm going to make a philosopher's stone just to have. Because honestly, it looks super cool. Alright. And yeah, so these, it looks like these are going to take a lot of work. Real quick, let me just make sure. Yeah, we did hit the garden. Alright, so finally, an hour and a half into a stream, I said we're getting the Philosopher's Stone. We're finally going to start working on the Philosopher's Stone. But I did this just so I could let it. It's a visual and I guess a temporal representation of like all the steps you need to take to get there. So I don't feel that bad about it. So starters, we're going to take one of our rubedo and pop it right in there. Unfortunately, that's the easiest step. Alright, so for starters, well, here, so we have healing, strength, dex, swiftness, and stone skin. Pretty straightforward. So, healing, strength, stone skin, dex, and swiftness. Now, I don't think dex is on the... Well, yeah, dex and swiftness are not here, so gotta do the water map. Okay, so... Right, if we're trying to be truly efficient here... Okay, no, here we're gonna do. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll go just straight up, hit dex, or hit swiftness rather, ladle back. We'll go get dex, ladle back, and then we'll do healing, strength, stone skin. Yeah, so we'll do dex or swiftness, then dex, healing, strength, stone skin. And now the good thing is they're all level 1, so we don't necessarily even have to get all that close. Okay, there we go. And then ladle back. And now we'll head out east. And ladling back won't be quite as straightforward from here, you know, given the presence of one bone zone, but it's manageable. Okay, there we go. Actually, it's more straightforward than I thought, which is fine. Okay, and then we'll make our little S path here. Yeah, and then it's a small thing, but as you know, when you're doing these multi-stop potions, do pay attention to the whirlpools as you go by them, because they do take some time to calm down. Yeah, once you've stopped pumping the bellows, so you could find yourself in a situation where you've hit the first of several uh, effect spots and you want to get on your way, but if you're not paying attention, you could go over a whirlpool that's still spinning, and it'll interrupt your plans, and you could find yourself transported somewhere you really don't want to be. Again, not that such things have ever happened to me, but just this isn't the most focus-intensive game, but especially when you're at this point of the game and the processes are more drawn out, and there can be they're not the most they don't necessarily hold you hold your attention, at least unless you're like sweating ingredients and cutting it close to losing potions every so often. Then it'll keep your attention. But yeah, so just keep your wits about you as you're going about the map, even though by this point in the game you've done it hundreds of times before. Now, we're saving every recipe. Now, we're not going to make duplicates just yet because I want to go through the entire list and make sure we have the ingredients to at least get one Philosopher's Stone before we start worrying about making a second. Okay, so that one, done. So this one wants all the protections. Poison, lightning, fire, frost, acid. Okay, that is one made for the oil map. So there's frost, lightning, acid, poison, fire. Well, given that these three are all kind of in the same quadrant, maybe we finish up there. So let's do like we did earlier. Let's go to the fire first, ladle our way back, go to frost, ladle our way back eventually, and then we can make our way through the other three. And yeah, and as I'm making this, I'm also thinking that I can't remember I think at some point an NPC comes along who requests a potion that provides protection from many kinds of damage. Now, what reliably works is the stone skin. But I have to wonder if this this 5-way protection potion we're making might not also fit the bill for them, because it would provide protection from a great many sources of damage. And especially if you get that request combined with someone asking for multiple effects, I mean that's a gold mine right there, potentially anyway. Okay. There we are. Now back to Frost. Excuse me. So Waffle Iron, how far along are you? I think well, you said you're already all the way to negative 100 reputation, so you're probably playing for a little while. But in terms of chapters, how far along? Because I think did you start like yesterday? You just made a grade. Okay, so you're probably like chapter 3-4-ish, 3-4-5. On day 16. Okay, yeah, still very much early days, but that's a good start. Chapter 4. Okay, there we go. All right, so there's our frost protection. Let's see if we can't move up at least enough to gain clearance from the bone zone, and we can just take the olive oil express back to the middle. Not really stressing the chapters, just vibing and making drugs. Yeah, honestly, that might be the way to play this game. Like I am an inveterate min maxer, as I've said many times before. So I know there are elements of the chillness of this game that are kind of wasted on me. If I see a checklist, I have to do all the things. After all, they're on the checklist for a reason. They must be. But yeah, I think that and it's no knock against the music, but I think if someone were to kind of find the music a bit on the repetitive side, it's easily a game where you could mute the music and then play your own or play some podcasts or audiobooks. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, and the devs did say that in one of the recent diaries that there is new music planned. Did you change me? Yeah, yeah, but I think it's from the sound of it, it's a small team, so I think it is the game is very much still coming together. And fortunately, I think the reception that the game has got makes it more likely that we will be able to see it more built out and have more features, broaden out the music, and along with like the usual stuff, more NPCs, more quests, etc. Three changes for 60 parties. I mean, I can understand the frustration, but at the same time, I don't know what kind of resources they were working with when making this game. So I don't know if that's something they already had planned, or if they had to hold off in case the reception wasn't what they were looking for. I don't know, but yeah, I would hope, and we do have confirmation that the that more music is on the devs' radar. So now you just need to wait and see, like, how long does it take them to deliver on that? Okay. Ooh, that's a neat little rainbow effect. And we're going to save this recipe too, and then finish. You realize that repetitive soundtrack turns a lot of people off? Yep, that is fair. That is fair, Waffle Iron. I cannot disagree with you there. All right, got that one, got that one. Okay. You love the game. The huge point is the selling point is the soundtrack. The gameplay loop is only going to hold your attention for so long. Definitely. Okay. All right. This one's going to get weird. Tier 3 Necromancy, Tier 2 Rejuvenation, which would seem kind of contradictory, but wouldn't be the first time. Because Necromancy is down here, tucked in amongst a rather intricate bone zone. Now, I did save a Necromancy recipe. And we wanted to get from there to here. What would we have to do? So we would probably need to use a frost crystal to get across, another frost crystal to get out, work our way across here, probably, well, no. What we could do, we could come over here and then use a one of the earth pyrite, go down here, come across it over. And let me just double check. I think it's the earth pyrite that's the limiting factor there. Yes. So, yeah, the necromancy potion calls for 2 of those. We have 21, so yeah, that makes sense. So, poof. Oh, dear. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Fortunately, okay, this is why we keep the void salt handy. See if you have any leftover tracks, you can just pour in the old void salt. And viola. No more tracks. And actually, that little bit at the end probably was helpful because now we can get through the that part of the bone zone much easier. Now, I can't help but notice, if you look, everywhere else the bone zone is thick enough to be deadly, but here it's just a little bit. Okay, here's what we're going to do. In the name of science, we're going to keep our life salt handy. Let's see if we can just ladle our way past this without losing the potion. Yep, we sure can. Nice. So we saved ourselves a gem. Now, let's work our way down here, and then we can use earth pyrite to jump here. And then we can motor our way across. So the final recipe will end up using 3 gems, which is a lot, but it's 1 less than we were expecting otherwise, so it's okay as a trade-off. There we go. And we might as well keep popping XP bubbles along the way. There's really not that much to do anymore, in that sense. But it's just satisfying, seeing see number go up. Yeah, we want to get down here as close to that as possible before we pop that earth pyrite to spit us out on the other side. Let's see, is that close enough? It sure is. Nice. And saving this recipe won't be that big of a deal because we have ample amounts of void salt left over. Yeah. Now we go. Yeah, we go down, go over here, and then over there. Maybe not. There we go. That's fine. Okay, and then we just gotta, finagle our way up and through here. We got plenty of witch mushrooms, so that'll be plenty. Yeah, probably not close enough, but let's see. Maybe. Yay, very nice. Okay, nope, that was not very nice. That was completely dumb. We needed a tier 2. See, folks, this is why you pay attention. Okay. Actually, if nothing else, we can push this a little further. Maybe use less void salt. It's... I think we use something like, what, 600 in that one? Okay, yeah, pretty close. Yes, pretty much the same. Yeah, we know what we need to do, except now we'll also pay some damn attention while we do it. All right, it's fine though. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like we're keeping any customers waiting, and even if we were, we already know, they'll wait forever and a day. And besides, we are a grandmaster alchemist now, so even if we did have customers waiting for us, we know they'd be willing to wait because, good things come to those who wait and all that. But no, we're just here, we're lurking in our basement, definitely not doing anything nefarious, nothing violating the laws of nature. I don't know why you'd even ask that, officer. That's a ridiculous question. One more? Sure. One more water cap for the road. That can't hurt. Now, brain, let's remember, as we're back where we were not that long ago, the recipe in question calls for a tier 2 necromancy effect. Not tier 1, tier 2. Alright, yeah, so we'll use the water bloom here. We'll try to land behind it, and then we'll water our way back to the spot, but we'll probably have to use at least some sun salt to do it, because moon salt is out of the question for the foreseeable future. Well. We don't need to get it bang on, as long as we get it close enough. Kind of like so. Now back to the sun salt. And we twist, and we twist. There we go. We add a level 2 effect, saving the recipe. Ba-boom. So we got that one, we got that one, we got that one. So, poison, fire, frost, lightning, acid. Remind myself, is there acid on the oil map? No. Okay. Poison, fire, frost, lightning, acid. Okay, so poison, fire, acid, all on this side. Lightning and frost over here. So I think what we do, we go lightning, ladle back, frost, ladle back, fire, ladle back, poison, acid. We're going hard on the old ladle, but hey, that's why it's there. There's lightning, frost. Yep, lightning, frost. And we should be able to ladle back from here without any issues. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we go for the frost. Very nice. And we ladle back. Now we head for the fire. And we ladle back. And now we head to the southwest. And we still have a whole mess of those thorn sticks. We might as well get some use out of them. Yeah, there you go. I love those magma morels. They cover so much space. Okay, there we go. Save the recipe and finish. Got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one. Okay. Now this one. Tier 2 invisibility, Tier 2 anti-magic, and Tier 1 shrinkinating. Okay, no, I don't think there's invisibility. Is there invisibility? Oh, there is invisibility here. Okay. So we have invisibility, we have anti-magic, and we have shrinkinating. Okay, yeah, this seems to be one made for the oil map. Yeah. So the play is we'll go here, we'll get our Tier 2 invis. We'll work our way across, we'll get our Tier 2 anti-magic. Yeah, 2 and 2. Next thing we just take the direct route. Go south and then get the Tier 1 shrinkinating effect. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go. You know, we're here to go. We're here to do the thing. Let's do the thing. go. Now, when we get to the invisibility effect, some twisting and turning is going to be called for, because it's the neck is pointed to the southwest, which would normally involve moon salt, but as I said earlier, we're very short on that, so I don't know about that. Well, first things first, let's see if we even have to do it, or if we can get things lined up so that we don't need to turn it. It's unlikely, but I do want to at least give us the option. There we go. Yeah, we're right over it. No such luck. Now the question is, how much sun salt are we going to have to invest in this to get it to tier 2? About that much. Okay, that's not terrible. Now, I will also note we are turned around and these other effects are straight up, so we will have to end up using an entire rotation of sun salt to get there. But you know, we kind of had to. You know, it's not exactly surprising. How about that? If we were going to do this all, well, you know, that's not actually. This is better because if we had tried to do this on the water map, we would have ended up having to turn for 2 effect spots, whereas now we only need to turn for 1. No. Yeah, there we go. Well, I say that, but the swamp is going to make that less than perfect. But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Use a trusty old shadow chanterelle to just land ourselves behind it. Actually, we'll go ahead and just do the whole thing, because we will have to carry out we're going to have to move that way anyway once we're done here. Yes? No? No. Well, bother. Alright, yeah, it's basically what we figured. Okay, not quite a full rotation, right, because we're only going for level 2. A full rotation would put us in place for a level 3. Not necessarily what we want. So now we need to head down there. Dang it. Alright, there we go. That's what we want. And one thing I have found out that these gray sections on the edges of the map, they might bear some passing resemblance to the Bone Zone, but as it turns, they are not. If you do find yourself brushing up against that, they will rather than bones, that is just the wind, and the wind will blow you back into the alchemy map rather than letting you go out of bounds. Which is, I guess that's nice of it. You know, it's looking out for you and your potion safety. Alright, we'll go ahead, we'll hit that effect spot. Lovely. Save the recipe, hit the button. Okay. So we need the protection potion there, and then the healing strength dex one above it. Or below it, rather. Yeah, and the invis, the invis, the poison, and the necromancy. Cool, there we go. So we are 1/3 of the way to the Philosopher's Stone. All right, let's go. Let's go with the recipes up top. So tier 3 libido, tier 2 embiggening. That's gonna switch us to the water map, but that's fine. That'll actually be a comparatively short trip. Just go up and over, and then down and over. You know, compared to some of these other recipes we're making, that is quite the short commute. And I'd like to get this, have this get us as close to the wall as possible. So if we could, I'd like to use, yeah, there you go. I'd like to use the blood ruby instead, just because, you know, we're down to 6 fire citrine, and I mean, it's not necessarily a small number, but it's getting to the point where it's, you know, it's less than I would like. You know, which again should tell you just how good we've been having it as far as materials. Now we do need a tier 2, so we can't be too cavalier about this. Oh, that's almost perfect. I'll go drop this. It'll drop us right behind there. Okay. Yeah, no such luck without the turning, but that's okay. Shouldn't take much. There we are. Save that and finish. There's that one. Now, Tier 2 glue, Tier 2 stench, and poison. Probably oil. There's glue, there's stench, and poison. So we can actually make this one with no potion turning whatsoever, which is very nice. So I think what we do, we just start working our way southwest. We'll glance poison, cut through here, hit stench, go across the swamp, hit glue. Yeah, 2, 2, 1. There we go. Just slip right in between those two bone zones, and we are in good shape. Okay, yeah, well, not, that's fine, it's fine. We're okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's grind the terraria a little bit, help things line up. There we are. And now I just gotta zip right across there. Actually, that might be exactly what we're looking for. Nope, let's try that again. There we go. Okay, not quite exactly what we're looking for, but close. We just need to do that. And a little bit of ladle. And hey, presto. Save potion, done potion. Got that one, got that one. So now, Tier 3 perfume plus wild growth and light. Well, that'd be a weird one to see out in the wild. Well, if it's got perfume, that means water map. Yeah, Tier 3 perfume is out here. Now, we do have a perfume recipe saved. But I'm thinking we won't use that one. One, because it's got void salt in it for reasons I'm not entirely sure. But also, if we did, we still need wild growth and light. So we'd have to basically use the ingredients to get there and then work our way all the way back. So I think with that one, what we'll do, we'll go to light, ladle back, and we'll stop by, we'll work, go through here, hit wild growth. We'll use a frost crystal to jump across and then go down to perfume. There we go. Yeah, it only needs to be tier 1, so it doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, we'll hit that real quick. And now we'll do the same thing we did earlier in the stream and try to ladle our way to success. There we go. And the leftover effect even gets us started on our way to wild growth. So hooray for synergy. If that even indeed what that is. There we go, just ever so slightly grazing it, but that's all it takes. And now we'll go on a path, much similar to the one we took to get to the rejuvenation effect. But this time we're going to stop well short, and we're going to go hit. I keep calling it perfume. It's the potion of fragrance, even though it's perfume, or I guess cologne if you prefer. And I guess seeing as how at least in this run, to my knowledge, everyone who has asked for the potion of fragrance has been a man. I guess you could call it the potion of cologne if you really wanted to. Since that is how everyone who asks for it has referred to it. yeah, dryad saddles for days. We might as well just use up all, not all of them. We'll use up a good chunk of them while we're here. Speaking of fragrance, oh no. Oh no. That sounds potentially terrifying, Waffle Iron. Dude came by asking for a weak multi-effect potion that made him strong. Okay. She gave him strength, stone skin, poison protection, fragrance, and slipperiness. He said he's going to have no idea what... I'm not sure he'll have any idea what's going on, but that must have been an awfully profitable potion then. That is no end of effects. Okay, we need tier 3 on this bad boy, so... Ever played Street Fighter 4? Have I played Street Fighter 4? I don't think so. I've played multiple versions of Street Fighter 3, like Street Fighter Alpha and whatnot, but I don't think I've ever done 4. There's this guy who douses himself in oil as one of his gimmicks. Okay. Like, to make him slippery, or like to set himself on fire. Because Street Fighter being Street Fighter, I could see either one of those. Now, we are looking for tier 3 here, so we have to go all the way around. Bother. Make himself super slippery. Okay. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, not great. Not great. But this is why we save our ingredients. All right, come on, we can nail this. Yeah, woo, there we go. He dropped $1,000 on it. Nice. Okay, well first, make that and save and finish. Yeah, I think the most I've ever got for a single potion is like 3,400. Okay, libido, stankiness, non-stankiness. But admittedly, that was with someone who came in with 2 demands with a red exclamation point and then 2 extra requests with a green plus sign. But it had to be a dex potion with 1 ingredient. It had to have multiple effects. She wanted it to be strong, and then she didn't want it to have like a frost crystal or something. That was super easy. So I ended up using, if you ever see Mushroom Friend come by selling, they're called rainbow caps, or little rainbow mushrooms, grab them if at all possible. They can go anywhere. So later on, when you get people asking for, or even demanding a 1 ingredient potion, That's the most straightforward way to make that happen. All right, Philosopher's Stone, 2/3 of the way done. How many we got? We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new recipes saved in here. And yeah, everything is all saved up so far. So that is a good sign. So 4 more, and we're going to have ourselves a Philosopher's Stone. So let's start here. Tier 3 Rejuvenation, Tier 2 Luck. That's going to be an issue, because our Rejuvenation is on the oil map, and there's no luck on the oil map. If I remember correctly. Yeah, no. Okay. So that's all the way down there, and then luck is all the way up there. And they're both going to require turning. So, man, good thing they gave us 20,000 sun salt for one batch, as opposed to the usual 10,000. Because, okay. I think we just take the direct route here. We go across, jump the bone zone. We go up, hit luck. We only need tier 2. And then we come back down and we hit rejuvenation. And then we fuss over that to get tier 3. Hey, Daunt, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. You got the oil map finally. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, now as I said, now things are going to really open up with new requests and the making and the crafting of the potions. Yeah, any of you other fellow potion crafters out there, give Daunt a follow, because she's rad, and she's also playing potion craft, and she's just a really great variety streamer in her own right. And if you dig potion craft, you're also going to dig a whole lot of other games she's playing. Another very, very chill, indie game friendly stream. Give Daunt a follow, and when you watch her stream, jump in chat and say a trooper sent you. No one will have any clue what you're talking about. Went for a nice drive into the countryside today. Saw some snow. Very nice. Small walk. Had the teacher moan and cry because she was tired and cold. Well, of course. The usual family time. Yeah, the huge. Daisy, we didn't drive into the countryside. Was it, were you not working today, Daunt? Or is it, are you still doing the New Year bank holiday thing? You warned her yesterday, but of course she still stayed up too late. Yeah, teenagers. Well, hopefully she has learned her lesson, and next time her parents tell her she's going to be on her feet for an extended period of time, she'll take you seriously. The second is a holiday in Scotland because January 1st on the weekend you got Monday and Tuesday off. Oh, okay. That's yeah. That honestly, that's a pretty solid deal. Yeah, out here only the Monday was the holiday. So yeah, Tuesday it was back. Yeah, what was that tweet I saw? Christmas January is over. Regular January has now begun. No more cake for breakfast, only toast. All right, so we'll head up here, tier 2 luck, and then go back down, and we'll hit the tier 3 rejuvenation. Lucky that most companies move the weekend bank holidays to the following Monday. Yeah, that is a pretty sweet deal. The English people in your team were working today. Oh no. Well, you know what? They're people who don't have the good fortune to be Scottish, so you know your sacrifices must be made. Oh, they get a holiday at Easter, you don't, so it comes back around. Well, it's... But at the very least, you get what? You get 3 months or so to lord it over them. That's got to be worth something, right? Yes, we're making the Philosopher's Stone. We are 2/3 of the way there. Although now we're getting to the really wild stuff. Like it's asking for necromancy and rejuvenation, and then it's asking for the potion of curse too. No recipe has asked for a potion of curse before either. But yes, we are very much late game bound. And I also made sure to have enough pages free to dang it. Have enough pages free to save every one of these recipes. You know, if I want to make another Philosopher's Stone, because the Philosopher's Stone also goes into the Philosopher's Salt. It's the rock that needs to go into the little mini oven on the bottom right. Okay. So now, yeah, we're a little low as far as the effect goes. I just wonder, because, yeah, twisting this is going to have... unfortunately, we're sitting, like, right on top of the effect space, so it's not that helpful. Alright, you know what, to hell with it. Okay, we'll go there. Except we don't want to do that. We want to go up. Okay, maybe we can get away with this. Yeah, there. No, not too close. We only want a tier 2. There we go. And actually, while we're here, we'll pull this in, and that will carry out the rest of the effect. You do enjoy how small the oil map is in the areas that drag you back. Oh yeah, you were giving me guff earlier, for going on about how annoying the swamp is, but now you feel my pain. Yeah, the swamp is definitely annoying. Although, um, you you can also use it to your advantage if you are willing to do a little planning ahead of time, and also also willing to tolerate a little risk. Because I'm not going to say it is completely without risk, especially if you're trying to navigate through a swamp that's in any kind of proximity to a bone zone. But no, you have my sympathies, Don. Cause it is and the thing is that I guess if the swamp has a hitbox, it does feel like the edges of it extend out far farther than you might otherwise think. Because even if you just tickle the edge, you smell a cattail or two, and all of a sudden it starts to affect your trajectory. Yeah, but as I said earlier, by this point, you hope you have enough ingredients saved up to where you can treat getting slowed down by the swamp as an annoyance rather than something to be deathly afraid of, because you're that tight on materials and you really can't afford to lose a potion because you miscalculated. Lovely. Okay, and we'll start from there. Yeah. What can I say, Don? I've played enough Long Dark to where I just have cattails on the brain. This is a long way. Yeah, well, it's by design, because it's one of those annoying things where one of the effects it wants is only on the water map. Imagine losing the ability to make a potion is part of it. Yeah, they haven't turned down a customer yet, but it doesn't seem like there's a fail state for it. I mean, if you run out of, but even if you run out of money, I mean, you do get your garden for free. It's just basically a waiting game from there. because like there are multiple ways to every effect, but you know they're not all necessarily efficient. And again, like the RNG for what is available to you at what point, that is also part of it as well. Okay. Oh, nice. So we've already rotated most of the way, so it's only going to take a little more sun salt to get in position to make this the tier 3 potion we need. And actually, weirdly enough, the Grave Truffle might be the perfect capper here. Okay, not quite. We actually did overshoot just a touch. Yeah, I got a little overzealous, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, easy, easy does it. Okay. I tell you what, I'll throw in a wee bit of void salt just to make that effect line disappear. Oh, well, hang on, hang on. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, that's close. It's a good thing we don't have to. We're not going to be making these potions on the regular, because this would be this would be one that can easily be classified as more trouble than it's worth. A little more. Just a little more. There we go. Whew. All right. All right. 2 more to go. Actually, this one we can do on... Oh, no, sorry. 3 to go. 3 to go. But this one we can do on the water map. 2 healing, 2 mana, 1 libido. So. We could do either. So maybe we do... Yeah, we'll do mana, come back, healing, come back, or... Actually, the order matters not, because we're going to ladle back twice anyway. Alright. There we go. I'll finish that out. Come on back. And now we'll go up this way. Yeah, we got a couple hundred witch mushrooms. might as well make use of them. We try not to think like, well, what kind of storage solutions would be needed to accommodate these massive stores of ingredients that are helping us along this way. But if we're in an environment that wants us to just take for granted that alchemy works and can make all sorts of magical potions and whatnot happen, I think we can just assume that there's some medieval Tupperware that is big enough to accommodate everything we're throwing at it. Okay, and now for the libido. If I had a nickel for every time I've had to start a sentence with, and now for the libido, I would have, at this point, 10 cents. Let's just get ourselves lined up here. Before trying to threading the needle there and heading north. We only need the tier 1 effect, so and once again, still a little close for my liking, so play it safe, pull that back just a touch, because fine, only need level 1. Save recipe and finish. Now 2 to go. Okay. Dex, swiftness, invis, levitation, shrinkinating. Dex, swiftness, levitation, invisibility, and where was the shrinkinating? Or was that the oil map? Yeah, the shrinkinating is there. Do we have those other ones? No, we do not. Okay, but if okay, I think we can reasonably deduce that shrinkinating would be if it's in the far east of this map. I think we can be reasonably certain. Yeah, that's probably fire protection. That's probably shrinkinating. So it will require another bit of a journey, but that's fine. So actually, well, no. I? Okay, yeah, we did get one of those life crystals, so we can't go southeast using a crystal if we need to. All right, here's what we're going to do. Although it's right over there, but we need these. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We'll go over to Dex, ladle our way back. We get swiftness, go up and around, levitation, jump across, hit invis, jump across again, and then we just work our way down and over here to where I'm pretty sure the Intriguinating will be. And everything's a tier 1, everything's a tier 1. Nope. Nope, won't even let you drop it in the old pot there. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Finish that out, pull it back. Now, if we were to succumb to laziness, we could just use a cloud crystal to jump up. So that's exactly what we're going to do. But what some people would call bowing to laziness, I prefer to think of as seeking maximum efficiency. Because really, and I know I've also made this point before, but if we've gone to all the trouble of accumulating all this stuff, why would you not use it? I think the unofficial term of art there is elixir syndrome, where you're prone to hoarding loot throughout a game, but you can't bring yourself to actually use it, even when you're in positions to where it would benefit you and make your life easier, even when that loot is designed for, the exact thing you're trying to do. Alright, so we're going to jump, and then go, and then down, and then over. And there was a time I would have been horrified at the prospect of using 3 gems in a single potion, but now, Gem, yeah, absolutely. Gems are very expensive, and you really have to get the gem merchant suite to get it to bring more than two types, or even more, and a couple of each gem. You really got to lean on them. You use everything you had explored. Like, well, no, it's not. Oh, use the gems. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, and honestly, that's what they're there for. I mean, they're there to be used. And obviously, they're harder to build up a large stock of just because they don't come around very often. But yeah, they're there for player convenience. They don't necessarily take you anywhere you can't go. I mean, okay, other than like those little nests of massive XP bubbles, there's nowhere there's nowhere the gems can take you that other ingredients can't. They're just much faster and more efficient, and they the sound they make when they get crunched up is just that much more satisfying. You dug yourself into a hole, got XP for something. I know. Hey, live and learn, Waffle Iron. It's not because as much as I ding Gem Friend for what he brings by, I mean, he does come fairly regularly, and if you do get him the potions he asks for each time, he'll do right by you eventually. But yeah, it's there's nothing saying you can't make regular use of the gems rather than hoarding them like I do. Okay, got that one, got that one, got that one. You haggle them down a lot? Sure, absolutely. Absolutely should. There is never a reason not to haggle down merchants, because there's no reputation to lose. Now that might change in the future, but for now, that's the game we have. Alright. Tier 2 Fear, Tier 2 Curse, and Rage. Boy, someone's in for a fun time. Alright. Rage is there. Fear is there. And Curse... Where? Or did we find Curse on the other map? No? Yes? Aha! There we are. Okay, so how do we want to play this? Because this is going to be another journey. How many cloud crystals do we have? Enough. Okay, so here's what we do. We go get our level 1 rage. Level 1, level 1. Mosey on up here, jump across. We get our tier 2 fear. Come down the outskirts, and then we hit curse for tier 2. Yeah, I like that. That sounds like a plan. And we'll go ahead and try to mix. No, I mean, I keep thinking like we're gonna. Whoa, we'll mix in some different ingredients to spread out the effects and make sure things last longer. But man, we're here. We're where we are. Where we've been trying to get this whole dang time. Just, just relax and do the thing. I just, I have to switch off min-max mode. Oh, okay. Well, we weren't paying attention. We went through some swirling whirlpools. Things could be over before they start, but what if we were to use some of this? What would that do? Oh ho ho! Still cut it very close. But that's life as an alchemist, right? We live on the edge. But you know, also the fact that it is 12:15 a.m. here might also be playing on my decision making just a wee bit. Yep, 12:15 a.m. on a school night at that. Alright. Yep, okay, the Bloodthorn should take us up and over. No problems. And then begins the massive anti-clockwise or counterclockwise journey, depending on in which manner you English. You thought you sounded American? Well, that's because I am waffle iron. Not all Americans live in America, though. Okay, no. Oh yeah, way out of the country. Okay, I know. I have to remember. Yeah, we are. We want a tier 2 effect here, so let's not get fancy. Yeah, no, I haven't lived in the U.S. for a good long while. Okay, we good? Can we keep going a little bit? Nope, apparently we're done. All right, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, and we're only looking for a tier 2, so shouldn't be that horrifying. There we are. Push. All right. And now we're going to do the intelligent thing. We're going to wait for the whirlpools to stop moving before we continue. There we go. Yeah, at one point we had like 150 or so thorn sticks, but obviously those days are long behind us. But then again, that's why we that's why we do the things we do. That's why we hoard and scrimp and save. Just reminder, yeah, we're going there. We also have more than 300 stink shrooms. Yeah, the pot in which we keep all those stink shrooms must, it must be very pleasant. Oh, hey, Harry Banana, coming through. In the clutch. And that's a great thing about the hairy bananas. Given the way they look, there will always be one around when you need one. Because certainly no one else will want it. Yeah, we will use a grave truffle here this time. Even if the effect is a wee bit dramatic. All right, almost there. That is close enough to where... Oh, jeez. Okay. Speaking of going on a journey. The evil guys are so straightforward. Oh, you did no euphemisms, no people asking you to relax. I need a mana potion for summoning demons. Oh, okay. Man, so now not only do they tell you exactly what they need, they tell you exactly why they need it. That is yeah, that is a refreshing level of honesty I would not expect from you know people for whom dishonesty is kind of part of their whole business ethos. Clearly just got no shame. Why would you? And with your I say either rock bottom or rock solid reputation, depending on who's doing the asking, why hide? You know why he's there. He knows why he's there. Why beat around the bush? Okay. Is there anything that's going to play nice here? Well, maybe Cold Leaf. Terraria. Let's try Terraria first, because that'll at least get us lined up this way. Yes, yes. And we only need tier 2, so it doesn't have to be excruciatingly close. Case in point. Save recipe, finish potion. Okay, rejuvenation in the swirly swirly, fear, healing, and then the other one. All right, here we go, folks. Almost 3.5 hours into what was supposed to be a short stream. We're making the Philosopher Stone. You created the Philosopher Stone. Damn right I did. Oh, it helps if you push finish. Magnum opus and reagent for creating Philosopher's Salt. Kind of anticlimactic. Hey, Waffle Iron. Appreciate that. Thank you for the biddies. Now, check that off. Real quick, like, what's the Philosopher's Salt recipe? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I remind myself real quick. Let me go through all these new potions we saved real quick. And see if I can make duplicates so we can make a second Philosopher's Stone. So we can have one just cuz. No. There you go. Let's go up here. Aw. I wanted one for my nightstand. You're no fun, game. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just go in reverse order. Wait, no, because okay. Pin in that. The only thing that gives me pause is that making the Philosopher's Salt, there is likely to be, more potion twisting. And if there's potion twisting, we only have, and we've already gone through about half of our sun salt to get here. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, no, this will be, we have made the Philosopher's Stone. Job done. Okay, here, I'll tell you what. I don't normally stream midweek, but well, I'll come back tomorrow night because I need to go to bed because it's late for me. So here's what we'll do. We'll pause here. We have made the Philosopher's Stone. Job done. Tomorrow night we'll come back and we'll use our Philosopher's Stone, and then we'll make the Philosopher's Salt. That will leave just getting to popularity level 15. But honestly, that can go hang. I'm not interested in that. But making the Philosopher's Salt will be the last of the stuff that I care to do. We can put potion craft on the back burner for a little while until the new content comes out. Which, judging from the sound of it, might not actually be that long. So we're going to drop save. There we go. That'll be that. And as always, we will finish out the day by finding a fantastic person to raid and pass the love on to someone else. Let's see who is out there. Let's see. We got some of the Long Dark fam out there. Because people playing Elden Ring. Victoria 3. Hey, Wendy's streaming. That's new. Or not new, rather, but haven't seen her in a good long while. Okay, here we go. Let's raid someone new tonight, actually. Real quick, let me just check in. We will do our due diligence, make sure they're not right about to stop streaming, because that will happen sometimes. No, they've only been on for less than an hour. Perfect. Okay, friends, we're going to go raid Killer Tuna. She is a fantastic streamer in her own right. She is playing some Long Dark at the moment. But, let's swing by her joint, show her some love. If you can stick around for that, I would greatly appreciate it. But again, thanks to all you great folks who hung out, chatted. Waffle Iron, Daunt, Mountain Ash Tree, appreciate you all. Hope you all have a great day, or rest of your day, I guess, if you're depending on how far west of me you are. So take care, have a good one, and we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to make the Philosopher's Salt. We're going to finish this thing out. So take it easy. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.